Hello, everyone. Welcome joining us. Me and myself, I'm Neringa. I'm Growth Product Manager at Ruptela. I'm a bridge in between our software department and development people and our sales and our customers, trying to find what the solutions and products can be most helpful solving our clients' problems. So today it will be me and as well my colleague Šarūnas. He is the leading field application engineer at Ruptela, having extensive experience from the hardware side. So we are here today helping you to understand how Ruptela can help you solve the business problems that you face daily. Few points to mention as we will soon go through the agenda is that if you have any questions that you would like to ask us as we go through the presentation and the product demonstration, you are free to do so. We have a question and answer column, so feel free to provide us with any questions that you have and we will answer. And also there's a possibility that we will have 10-20 seconds delay as we are going through the presentation. So this is a natural thing due to the internet speed, so do not be surprised by that. So talking about the agenda, what we have today is that we will tell what company is Ruptela. Also, we will introduce the solution that you can use for the USA market and talk a little bit what the solution is from different angles and provide the information how, if you're interested in, how you can reach our sales managers for more extensive presentation and more extensive information on the solution and the product. Also, we will discuss how the solution can be applied in your business and how can you become a partner of Ruptela and benefit from the solution that we offer. Also, Šarūnas will continue with introduction of Trace 5 GPS tracker from the hardware perspective. And of course, we'll have a question and answer session providing the answers to the questions that you have, if we will have any. So moving forward, talking about the company, Ruptela, as we are happy to be part of this, we have to mention that we are a worldwide operating company. Currently, we are present in 127 countries, working in all continents worldwide, having branches opened in Europe, Mexico, and elsewhere. One point which is very huge number to be mentioned, and I believe this demonstrates that we are actually scattered all over the world and actually trustworthy manufacturers, that we have provided and manufactured more than 1.5 million trackers already. All of them are manufactured in our manufacturing facility in Lithuania in Europe. So as you are buying the GPS tracker from us, you can be guaranteed and assured that you get European quality working with us. And to prove this, we have 99.5% hardware product quality rate. So given that we have more than 1.5 million trackers released into the world, this number is actually talking by fact for itself. Talking about the partners and integrators, we have more than 2,000 system integrators and distributors using our solution worldwide. So we have very huge network of the partners that we are working with. As a comparison, Ruptela as a company with headquarters in Europe, in Lithuania, we have slightly more than 200 employees working in the development departments, sales, marketing, support, and operations and manufacturing. So to mention all of that, as we have 7 branches globally, and we are keen to expand even more. And of course, we have a branch in USA, just opened recently, a few months ago. So of course, if you have any questions that you need to be answered locally, we can also do that. So moving forward and talking about the market needs that we find out while traveling extensively to USA, talking with the potential partners, with the clients, finding the best ways how to find the ways to solve the problems that USA market faces. We identified 3 main market needs that we build our solution around currently. So basically, the first and foremost is need for the efficiency and optimization, because the business optimization, I think this is the daily problem that a lot of the businesses face. So the need for real-time tracking, the need to save the working time, because the working time saved means money saved for the business, and thus the costs reduced. Also, in terms of efficiency, we have the need for fuel consumption decreasing, and also cost reduction. So we have also the functionality for that that you can use and actually adapt the business in that way. And we have the analysis in terms of reporting from different angles. So we will talk shortly about this, as well as we will go for the demonstration of the solution TrustTrack. So from the perspective of security, we see from our experience that the security is an issue worldwide, and in USA market it's not an exception. So while using the TrustTrack solution, you can prevent the vehicle and cargo thefts. Also, you can ensure that the driving is possible only with some designated specific areas, and you can get the notifications accordingly, according to the geozones and the areas that should be either entered or prevented of entering specifically. And last but not least, we have the need to adhere to rules and regulations. So there is a need to monitor the driver behavior in terms of overspeeding, harsh driving, and a number of other eco-driving parameters that you would need and would like to incorporate into the solution to solve the problematics that the businesses are facing currently. Yeah, so moving forward and answering the question how, as a partner, as a service provider, you can work with us as a company Ruptela, and how our fleet management solution can help you cater your business and your clients' needs. We have TrustTrack as a fleet management platform that we will go through shortly. We have a Trace 5 so-called GPS tracking device that my colleague will introduce a bit later on. We have a free technical support that we provide. The technical support is available in perfect English language. We are available 24/5. You can reach us very easily if there is a need by email, by simply calling, texting. Any communication needs means that you need to use in your business. So we are always happy to help. And of course, we have individual technical onboarding program, meaning that in case you need any advice from field application engineers, we are happy to provide you with such technical knowledge that we have at Ruptela. And also, if you need a partner from, let's say, more business sales related questions to be answered, we also have business development people who can help you with various questions to be answered. And the goal, both for us and for you, is to help you to expand your business and grow your business successfully while working with Ruptela. So moving into description of the target customers that we recognized while extensively working with the potential customers and partners that we currently have in USA market, we identified that there are a number of operational activities the companies are operating in, that we can help solving the problems of these businesses with TrustTrack. Of course, the solution is not limited only to these operational activities that business are working in, but these, I would say, fit the problematic of these businesses fit the best from our angle. So we identified that the vehicle leasing and financing companies can be one of the customers that we can work with, and that we can cater the needs for them. Also, we have local delivery companies that have short distances to be working in delivery of parcels from food, groceries, post, or any kind of cargoes that they are working in. We are, as a company, also focusing on the car rental businesses, so we have an option to cater the needs in this field. And also we have small and medium utility service fleets. For example, it can be either the private fleets or it can be public fleets in terms of maybe some gas service companies, water, and any other company that is working around and have the potential to be using the solution that we provide. Who receives the benefit while working with us and while using the TrustTrack as a solution? Well, basically, daily, who is using the fleet management systems daily? This is the logistics managers, and the goal is to save their precious working time by basically the automatization and reducing the human factor. That's the goal, because we don't want the managers to be on the phone or on the emails all of the time. We want them to be actually focusing on the daily tasks that are actually giving the most added value to the business. So the logistics manager is the main user of our TrustTrack platform. From the analysis perspective, accountants are also another benefit receiver, because the reports that we provide have very precise information. Everything is in one document. We have it in Excel, in PDF, or we can actually download it from the system directly. So as all of the information is in one page, it's very easy to work with. The aim is also for the company directors to reduce the costs in terms of HR and fuel or any other operating costs that the company might experience. And while we help to reduce the costs, either in private or in public sector, we help to improve the company financial figures. So moving forward to the next slide that we have prepared, we continue discussing who are the target user. So we distinctively identified that we have direct and indirect TrustTrack users. So as I mentioned, the direct users are transport managers, transport coordinators, dispatchers, shippers, people who are daily working with our TrustTrack fleet management platform. Also, we have IT people. As I'm talking about IT people, I have in mind that we have an API option. So, for example, if you need to integrate our fleet management platform with any other platform that the client is using, so for example, ERP systems or maybe some local shippers platform or any other need that you have in your business, we can do so. So by integrating via API, the IT people can also benefit from the TrustTrack data as provided. And as mentioned before, we have indirect TrustTrack users. So this is the director manager of the company as a decision maker of how to reduce the costs and improve the business operations, and the finance accounting people who can also use TrustTrack as an analysis tool. Yeah, let's move forward to the TrustTrack. I will show how the actual platform looks like. The thing is that as I'm preparing to show how everything works, I just want to remind you that you can share any questions that you have in mind, and we will be happy to answer these. Okay. So moving forward into the TrustTrack, we have a platform, as you can see in here. All of the icons are listed on the left-hand side, so it's very easy to use, easy to navigate, quite self-explanatory. From the clients that we are currently working in USA market, we have the feedback that it's easy to use platform, so to say. So I will try to navigate it through, and if you have, basically it's the basic demonstration. If you feel that you have some additional questions, or maybe you want to have additional demonstration, if you have some specific needs that might be fulfilled with you as a partner, we can definitely do so. You will be able to contact our sales manager, and we can give you an extensive demo of the fleet management platform, going into very detail of each functionality. So today I will just briefly go through, so you would have an idea how everything works in TrustTrack from our perspective. Yeah, so we have the one thing to mention is that we have an Assist Me tool. So once you click it in here, it's like walk me how to use, for example, how to make a report, and once you have the list of reports, for example, you click on it and you have the guidance where to click and how to reach, for example, the specific report that you would need. So this is a step-by-step guide, and you do not need to spend time for onboarding, for example, logistics manager, and to explain in very details how everything should be done. The person, he actually connects to the TrustTrack, and he can find what he needs very easily with the Assist Me tool. So this actually saves a lot of time. Once the person have some more in-depth knowledge and in-depth questions, we are happy to assist and help with onboarding, but this is very helpful for the beginners, so to say. Excuse me. So yeah, so moving forward, we have the fleet status module where we have all of the fleet listed in here. So let's pretend that I am logistics manager with the logistics company, so I can very easily see what kind of fleet and what kind of vehicles I have in the system, so to say. So for example, we have different icons in here, and it's very easy to recognize what kind of vehicle is that. This is the electric vehicle, this is the minivan, this is some delivery vehicle, and so on and so forth. And also we have the identification, which vehicles are moving, which ones are idling, which ones are parked, and so on. For example, I have a question where the vehicle is, and I don't want to call the driver. I just simply need to share the location with my client of the specific vehicle, so I can do so. With the aim to inform the end user when the cargo will be delivered, and to be a trustworthy provider of the service in terms of logistics and cargo delivery. So I can simply click on the options, and I have the possibility to share the vehicle position. So for example, I can select this specific vehicle. I can choose the date and time for how long I want this information of this specific vehicle of the location to be shared. So I can select the specific time, for example, up until tomorrow, midnight. I can apply this, and I can enter the specific email address of my client. So once I enter the email address, I press share, and the end client will see how the vehicle is moving, and how soon the cargo can be delivered to their door. What the client will see, they will see simply the actual vehicle and the map. So just simply moving position into the map. So that's one handy option for precise time management while being on the end user side, so to say. Another option from this fleet status window, and the important one, is that we have the possibility to block the vehicles. So for example, if we have a client who, if we are a vehicle leasing company and we have the client who is not paying on time, that's one use case. If we have, for example, a car stolen and we don't want the thieves to be going forward, we can block the vehicle and we can ensure a very safe recovery of the vehicle afterwards. So blocking the vehicle means that once we press the block the vehicle button, the car can go up until the moment when the ignition is turned off. When it's turned off, the person cannot turn it on again. So we can either go and recover the vehicle, or we can go deeper into the situation, make some clarifications, and possibly unblock the vehicle if there is a need to do so. So it depends on the use case specifically. Yes, so moving forward, we have the fleet status functionality and module. We have the drivers listed in here and the module related to the drivers. Also, one very important possibility that we have in the TrustTrack is the geozones management. We have the possibility to create the geozones in terms of new point of interest. So we can simply mark a point of interest if we need to know the specific gas station and mark it where the car needs to refill the gas. Maybe there's a need to have a specific rest place designated for the specific driver. Maybe there's some specific loading and unloading place, and so on and so forth. So one option is new point of interest creation. Another option is the new geozone rectangle, any shape basically, where we make the points. I will show it in here simply. So for example, we can mark it like that, and we have the geozone created that we need. The use cases are, again, maybe it's loading place, maybe it's unloading place, maybe it's some safe or unsafe road, maybe this is some huge company that we have an area to be entered and some specific area to be informed us about. Basically, once we create the geozone, we can name it, and the next step, which is very handy, is the event creation. So we can actually create an event based on the geofence condition. So for example, once the car is inside the geofence, we can get the notification by email, by SMS, or just simply a system notification that will pop up in the TrustTrack fleet management platform, and we will be notified that the specific car entered the specific geozone or maybe exited, or any other conditions that we can apply in here as well. So this is very handy to ensure the on-time loading and unloading and safety as well, and to be timely informed about the progress of the delivery, so to say. Another important point to mention is that we have reports module, as discussed before, which is very handy also for the bookkeeping and accounting possibilities to be fulfilled. So we can simply create new report each time from the list provided in here. We have number of the reports possible: EcoDrive report, trips report, and so on and so forth. We also have a state report in here, which will be released next week. State report provides the information that USA market requires to fill in IFTA fuel reporting and tax regulations. So we consulted with our partners that were currently working in USA market, what kind of information should be included in there. So to provide as smooth as possible provisioning and data for IFT fuel report filling in. The aim is basically to save the time for the end customer and to have a simple solution to input the data that is required. All of our reports, they are based either on the drivers or on the cars. We call it objects in our system, so you can generate any report based on these two parameters, either drivers or objects. We have the possibility to choose the date for how long the data should be represented in the report. Depending on the report, we have the data available for 1 month, for 3 months, for half a year, up until 13 months, but it varies from the report to report. 13 months, that's the maximum date range that you can choose for several reports. And of course, you can choose the parameters that should be included in the report. So these gray ones are compulsory, they're always included in the report, sorry, and the blue ones can be chosen upon your needs. So basically, you can choose the parameters and you can press the generate, and you will have the report either in PDF, in Excel, or simply you can download it from the TrustTrack as a system. And last but not least, we have the EcoDrive module. So based on either the analysis of the vehicles or analysis by the drivers, you can see different parameters related to the driver behavior. So basically you can track the fuel consumption, fuel wastage. We also mark the dangerous driving points, meaning how much harsh accelerations were done, whether there was any extreme braking events, how long the vehicle was idling, and so on and so forth. So we can have a very quick overview and comparison between the different drivers or the vehicles for the given period of time. You can export the data into Excel file and use the data according to the business problematics and the needs. One of the use cases, for example, for sharing the EcoDrive data is to help the businesses create some motivational systems for the drivers, for example. So this is the very short overview of how we have what we have in our TrustTrack as a product and as a solution. So we can very easily use it. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us, contact our sales managers, and we can go dive deeper into each model and explain how you can benefit according to the problematics that you face. Yeah, so finishing my part and closing on the focus use cases that we have is we have the possibility to offer you track and trace solution. We have the possibility for the remote immobilization and help you with the operational efficiency for the specific businesses operating in USA. And also one of the options is safety and security. So for example, the modules that I presented with the geozones, events management, blocking of the engine, and so on and so forth. These are the ones that can help and benefit the businesses. So my part is done. I'm giving the word to my colleague Šarūnas. So he will extensively talk about the Trace5 GPS tracker, as he is an expert on that one. So Šarūnas, please, on stage.
Hello all. So my name is Šarūnas. I'm field application engineer in Ruptela. As a field application engineer, I am helping clients to adopt the Ruptela solution to their needs. to their scenarios and applications. And Neringa just explained how it looks in end user side when they already get the value from the system. And the device behind the software, of course, it's installed in the vehicle, is GPS tracker. And we are going to shortly overview one of our portfolio devices called Trace5. Trace5 is simple, compact, and easy to install plug-and-play tracker with both internal GPS and connectivity antennas. 4G Cat M1 tracker was developed mostly for USA and Canada markets for basic positioning and tracking of the vehicles. Saying basic does not mean device just send position and that's it. It has a huge variety of configurable scenarios. It has impact detection, towing detection, green driving, eco driving violations, internal geozones, immobilization of vehicle, and some more. Our quality assurance team not only tested this device in a variety of conditions in lab, but brought these devices to USA and did extensive testing in there as well. So we really know that this device is working worldwide really well. As it's quite simple plug-and-play device, its primary installation method is OBD harness with possibility to connect some accessories that we'll speak in another slide. And let's better see video about this particular GPS tracking device installation in the car. I'm not sure if audio is present for this video during this webinar. So just for you to give an idea how fast and easy is installation if you are installing this device without any accessories. So you're plugging one side of cable to OBD, another to device, squeezing or tightening this device with some zip ties in the car, putting plastic panel back. And basically that's it. You have this device installed, and of course to see the car on the map, you need to start the car, drive it outside, and within a couple of minutes it will appear in TrustTrack tracking system where you will be able to use reports, events, and all the functionality that Neringa was talking about. And to highlight some of the features of this device, it has u-blox GNSS or GPS module. u-blox is Swiss manufacturer. It really produces highest quality GNSS modules, and as this device is basic, but it's premium in quality wise, so we are using this u-blox module that really gives a precise position. It has one digital input that might be used for accessories that we'll speak in another slide. One analog input that measures voltage in range from 0 to 30 volts DC, and two digital outputs that can either be used for, that are mostly used for engine immobilization or some buzzer for eco drive or green driving violation. And Trace5 comes with 2 years warranty that I think is quite nice. And to see the main accessories that are mostly used with Trace5, there might be really much more, but these 4 are the main ones. So on the top left corner, we see engine blocking relay. By saying engine, we typically recommend to install it in the starting system, so you would not kill the car during driving in the motorway. This connects to one of the D-outs, digital outputs. On the right top corner, we see buzzer that is typically used for notifying driver about his harsh driving. It means if he accelerates too hard, brakes too hard, maybe brakes even extreme. This is also differentiated in Trace5 device. Or simply overspeeds, is driving more than something, and this buzzer starts beeping and device notifies driver that he needs to stop, or he will hear this irritating buzzing all the time while he is doing the violation. Left bottom corner, we see it's basically a simple switch. It's mostly used for panicking. So if driver has a situation where he really needs help and needs to notify dispatcher about maybe being robbed or being in some difficult situation, he simply presses the button. That of course needs to be installed additionally, and dispatcher will get immediate notification and driver location, car location, where they might need to send some ambulance or police or simply call 911. And on the bottom right corner, we see a door sensor. As I mentioned, Trace5 device has internal geozones. So, for example, simple scenario is that trucks are driving between some cargo areas, load and unload areas, and you really don't want driver to open the door and unload some of the cargo in between these areas. So then you are configuring the internal geozone of your cargo spaces, and you might configure scenario when driver opens the door not in the designed cargo area. Dispatcher simply will get a notification, immediate notification, and will be able to apply some actions if these actions are needed in there. So these are the main, just the main accessories, and this is a simple scheme. We are trying to keep it simple. So if your installers are not really familiar with the device, when getting this scheme, even the beginner electrician can use this device not only for OBD and position, but for immobilization, notification about green driving violations, panic button, or even a door sensor. And to wrap up everything that we talked about, so what you are getting with Ruptela, you are getting everything from one provider. It means you are not only getting software, not only getting hardware, it's possible to get connectivity. It means SIM cards from us. All these parts can be separated if it's needed. You might only get GPS tracker from us, sometimes only software, sometimes maybe only connectivity in some cases. And for sure, support and onboarding is included in that as well. Saying onboarding, I mean that field application engineers will help you to configure and adapt a whole system or its parts to your needs. As I mentioned, this device is quite basic, but it really has a huge variety of scenarios and can be applied to, I don't know, unlimited amount of different cases. You're getting transparent pricing policy, and by that I mostly mean TrustTrack part, software part. So software comes in one price, and for that price you get a whole functionality. You get dedicated sales manager, and it's not something with the star that some features are hidden and you will need to pay additionally for them. No, it's simple, one price, a whole functionality, and you are using it. We also offer a white labeling option, and for TrustTrack and for Trace5 GPS tracker as well. It means you can change a domain of TrustTrack to your company's domain. We can change logo to your company's domain. We can even print and apply stickers on devices, on Trace5 devices. That might be with your company logo, might be even with your device name. If you prefer your brand to be like used for the marketing material. But we also believe that Ruptela quite soon will be a well-known brand in USA, and you will not even need to use some already known brands to make that device look quality way. And we do also believe that building customer loyalty is a very important thing. It means that we are not going to work you as a service provider. We always want to get deeper to understand the market deeper and even the end users deeper. And we are doing everything to transfer all knowledge that we already collected during all these years manufacturing devices and software. And for sure, this will translate to long-lasting, strong customer loyalty in both chain parts. It means end user to our service provider and our service provider with Ruptela. And if you still have questions, or these questions will appear later, or you want to contact us to know the pricing, we already know that is transparent, but we don't know what is exactly in dollars or euros. So contacts are on the right bottom corner. You might contact us email or simply in our webpage or in given local phone number. And if there are any questions, we are happy to answer them. If no questions are present, then that's it for today. Waiting for your contacts. Thank you for your time and see you around.